First of all, I offer my respectful pranams to revered Vice President Maharaj, Swami Suhitananda ji, and revered Prabhananda ji, and other respected and revered senior monks present here. I offer my pranams. I heartily welcome all other respected monastic brothers, devotees, volunteers, guests, and others present here. This is probably for the first time we are assembling here on this holy precincts of Belur Math to exchange our views on the volunteers community supporting our order. Every center of Ramakrishna Math and mission is distinct from every other center. Each has some unique features. Out of many devotees attached to a center, some specially come forward to give their service as volunteers. Many of them offer their service to the ashram with such a sense of dedication that we consider them as our own. Sometimes we demand service from them, and they also feel happy in coming under such loving pressure from us. Each volunteer again is unique in his behavior, performance, and capacity. But the good thing is that there is no competition or jealousy amongst themselves. They work together as if they are members of a big family under the umbrella of the ashrama. Why are volunteers attracted to our ashramas? Because they know that the ashrama takes care of their subtle body. Subtle body means their mind, their intellect, and their spiritual life. One day, Sri Ramakrishna told him at Kashipur, "You do not expect anything from me. Still you would like to come to me. I also feel concerned when you remain absent for some time." Thus, in this process of serving through the gross body, the volunteer to gain the concern of the monks. The concern of monks means the concern for the growth of mind and intellect as well as spiritual life. In this process, both the volunteers and the ashrama has a special bond, parasparang bhavayata shreya param avapshata. There are three types of followers of the holy trio. One, the monastics; second, the devotees; and third, bhava pujar ashramas. Monastics are the core unit and are the custodian of the movement. Naturally, it is expected that their life and action should be an ideal for others. The initiated devotees are expected to lead a committed life. Seeing their life pattern, neighbors would be inspired to follow that sort of life. And Bhava Puja centers, managed mainly by the householders, are expected to be a feeder movement for the original movement. Each of the categories is expected to have one common purpose: to lead a competition-free and privilege-free life. Competition-free means they should not suffer from jealousy to see the success of others. And the privilege-free means that they will not expect any special treatment either within the ashrama or outside the ashrama, that is from the society. They will grow by dint of their own labor, proficiency, and skill. Now the question comes, what is expected of the volunteers? They have come forward to serve the movement on their own. Volunteers are not imprisoned in any of the previous three categories. They are by themselves. That shows that they have some special responsibility to take care of their own growth and improvement. If a person likes to be a volunteer of, say, Jesuit society, he will have to follow the norms of the Jesuit group. Or if a person is willing to be a volunteer of Red Cross society, he will have to have the bearing according to their norms. The volunteers present here also have some allegiance or association with one or the other branch center of ours or with the whole movement as such. In one sense, the previous three groups are also volunteers, but their social commitment make them socially or legally subject to discipline. That is, the monks are to abide by the disciplines of the monastic order. The devotees are to follow the instructions of their gurus, and the Bhavaprachar ashramos are to follow the 10-point guidelines. Should the volunteers also have to follow any discipline? Yes. Though there are no rules imposed on them by any external agency, they have to follow certain disciplines. First of all, he will have to lead a good life. Next, he will have to be a good citizen. And thirdly, he should be loving and ready to serve others. Volunteers associated with this movement will have to follow a few norms. 1. In society, he may be a well-established personality, but he is a non-identity in the ashrama. His connotation is only a volunteer. This indirectly helps him to crush his ego, but this does not divorce him from self-esteem. People will have better regards for their perfection in every work field. 2. He learns how to work in a team. Swamiji lamented that Indians do not know how to work in an organized fashion. Volunteers are expected to have leadership qualities and be able to work in a team. 3. They should be willing to delegate responsibilities to others when necessary and observe how they fare. 4. Until you are not having a good character, you cannot convince others to follow your instructions. 5. In the ashrama, volunteers are allotted different works on different occasions, so they learn the art of attachment and detachment. 6. Thus we find that the volunteers ultimately gain the concept of becoming a witness of the whole show, Sakshi, an observer of the whole celebration that may be Durga Puja, Thakur Sthiti Puja or seminar. Thus they start as a social worker but eventually become a truly religious man by practicing the principles of attachment and detachment. The question may be raised, is it necessary for a person who wants to serve as a volunteer to be associated with any organization? Can he not do it independently? That may be possible, but it is very difficult. For such people, it will be hard to make any progress in their inner life because they are dedicated by their ego. They are dictated by their ego. They will be guided by their own whims and fancies. Some volunteers keep changing their allegiance from one organization to another, or they try to be associated with more than one organization at the same time to gain name and fame from the society. There will be no check and control, and they will be imprisoned in the cell of their own self-glorification, and this subtle hindrance very difficult to overcome. Today, in this orientation camp, not more than nearly probably 1,500 volunteers have come from different states and from different strata of society. Just try to imagine how powerful this volunteer force that has gathered here today can be if we all are united together. And there is most probably Allah's Christopher Isherwood, he has used one word, creative minority. This creative minority means that when the communist Marxism theory is there, they determine minority rules of the majority. Here, this is the creative minority is certainly not that. a team of bank robbers, that is also some determined minority. So here it is some creative minority. That means we may be a minority group, but we have got the force to become some powerful element in the society. Bit by bit, day after day, we are inching towards a big movement, towards three great universal personalities. You may not be a monk, may not be a member of a Bhava Prachara ashrama, even may not be an initiated disciple, still you are coming closer to Thakur, Ma and Swamiji imperceptibly. Holy Mother once said, look at the persons associated with Thakur, each one of them are contented. They are a special type. Swamiji said that if a person is to be fully developed in all his faculties, he has to follow all the four yogas in his life. If you watch this life pattern of any ashrama, you will find that this whole day's routine has been slotted, distributed amongst the either Gyan, Karma, Bhakti or Yoga. So in this way, we are casting ourselves in the mold of Sri Ramakrishna by following this combination of Jnana, Karma, Bhakti and Yoga. Swami Vivekananda said one beautiful word, come to me, I shall make each one of you 20. Here, those of you who had the good fortune to be associated with the Swami Vivekananda's movement from 2010 to 14, each of them, they have been surprised to find that they are having so much of potency in themselves. They can do so many things, so they can do wonders. My time is up. By the grace of God, we are fortunate to have some positive and constructive thoughts. Such thoughts have the power to elevate man gradually. Hope with the blessings of the Holy Trio we will become their fit instruments for serving the order and nation by process of gradual transformation. Thank you.